Holy wow. So many flavors, so much happening. I do see what all of the hype is about, and I'm on board. Hi, my friends. Welcome back to Let's Get Cereal, the semi-weekly show where I, your host, Alyssa Marino, eat cereal and, yes, you guessed it, talk about stuff. So today's stuff that we have to talk about, I had taken over to Twitter fairly recently to ask folks about your go-to late night snack convenience store cravings. We're talking you're going to your Sev, you're going to a gas station, you're going to your bodega, you're going to Wawa, Sheetz if you're into that. But I just want to know, when you get that late night craving, when you're going to your convenience store of choice, what do you usually get? So, to guide me along on this journey while we talk about everyone's takes from social media, I have the quintessential convenience store treat, often underrated, sometimes duplicated, but there's nothing quite like an icy. And look at this giant icy cereal. Mom picked it up for me. It is the double box. There are two sleeves of the cereal in here, and I have to keep it in the center here, or else it will fade into my green screen background. So, without further ado, let's get into it. All right, we got not one, but two bags full of icy cherry and blue raspberry puffs. They are giving me major crunchberry vibes, so I'm into it. This episode hopefully should be coming out right before I head up to New England. We're going to get to all that at the end of the episode. But these will definitely not go to waste because they're going to be probably eaten by all of the pals in different wrestling locker rooms. So, yay. Oh my gosh. It smells like an icy. Oh my God. The blue raspberry scent is coming through very strong, and it smells like I just like snorted inside of the nozzle of an icy machine. I'm into that. Add my oat milk, make it a party. My friends, convenience stores are on today's chatting agenda, so icy cereal. Let's get cereal. Oh, wow. Very interesting texture and taste situation. At the tail end of the bite, there's almost the taste of corn pops. Because I'm sure these are a it's a corn-based cereal. For as intense as the blue raspberry scent was, the berry flavor isn't overpowering. It's not too much. It doesn't taste sickeningly sweet. And the texture isn't quite as crispy as a crunch berry. So I don't feel like it's going to like tear the roof of my mouth apart. This is actually quite nice. Heck yeah. I feel like it's almost a rarity that we get cherry flavored cereal. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I've seen berry options, obviously with berry kicks, but nothing with ever like a predominantly cherry flavor. Like the blue raspberry scent was more present, but the cherry flavor is really doing its thing. Oh, this is good. Before I go any further, big shout out to not only my folks who got this incredible double bag of icy cereal, but Savannah Ray had been talking this up on social media and finally really encouraged me to go for it, and everything kind of came together, and it's this beautiful situation. So thank you, Savannah, for shouting out the cereal. I'm very excited. Now, something's happening. There's an interesting, usually, I talk about taste sensations, but I gotta talk about this is really weird. I have to talk about a eating experience sensation that's happening, because I looked at the side of the box and it says, feel the freeze, makes your mouth feel cold as you eat it. And believe it or not, that's actually happening right now. So I'll definitely, I'm sure, see it and feel it on the next bite. But as I breathe in, I can feel my mouth feels cool. It feels cold. It's weird. It's not just the milk. This is, okay, It's an interesting sensation. Like, it definitely doesn't feel super icy, glacial cold, but it's just a very subtle little thing that's happening. If it wasn't on the box, I might not have thought about it, but I don't know, nor do I really want to know the science of how this happened, but here we are. Enjoyable. But anywho, let's get into some of these choices that some of our pals were talking about online with their go-to late night snack cravings. Aspen said Rice Krispies treats and ice cream sandwiches. I definitely feel like ice cream treats, they just kind of hit different at night. My go-to is usually the strawberry shortcake bars, but I definitely am down for some ice cream sandwiches. I don't think you can go wrong with Rice Krispies treats either. There were a lot of Rice Krispies treats on here, actually. Laura Crane said, for a late night road trip, the half coffee, half hot cocoa. I am all about this. And that used to be how I would trick myself into feeling like I was drinking a Dunkaccino. I don't think you can really get Dunkacinos that often, or at least not everywhere anymore. But I really love that combination of coffee and cocoa. Gummy candy, preferably bear. I like that. I like that Laura specified the gummy variety because there are so many different kinds of gummy candies. So I'll definitely take the bear. Jack Farmer likes Oreos and also smaller, more snackable items like M&Ms. I gotta say, M&Ms are really easy. Just get a handful and just kind of pop them as you go. But Oreos, I gotta appreciate, obviously depending if you're going to a grocery store or a convenience store, you might not have the same variety. But I appreciate all of the different taste sensations that Oreo is doing. I recently got Oreo mint, chocolate and mint. It's a very polarizing thing for people. I personally love it. And it was really good because they tasted like a Thin Mint. But I've seen that stuff that's like cinnamon bun Oreos or key lime pie Oreos or peanut butter chocolate. I'm like, the options are endless. So definitely a big Oreo fan over here as well, my friend. Adrian Quest said pineapple Fanta and Fritos. Don't you want a Fanta? I'm so sorry, I had to. But I think Fanta doesn't get the praise that it deserves because it's just the marketing back in the day was so excellent. The flavors are great. If I'm gonna go with a citrusy soda though, especially if I'm on the West Coast, I have to go Cactus Cooler for no other reason than I can't really get it anywhere else. I have been having a Cactus Cooler deficit in my life since leaving LA, and I miss it almost every single day. Or some other Cactus Cooler, actually. Okay, now back. Because also Cactus Cooler isn't gone. You can still get Cactus Cooler, just not everywhere, and just not geographically where I am. Anyway. Rachel Ellering, dear sweet Rachel Ellering, please say hello to Susan for me. Gummy peaches, ketchup chips, and a diet root beer. Now this is what I love. You got your sweet, you got your savory, you got a beverage. You got all of the elements of a late night convenience store trip. We've got all the bases covered. This is a fantastic order. I don't know if I've ever given ketchup chips a fair shot, but I'm a big root beer fan, diet or otherwise. But word to the wise, don't try diet birch beer. Just get the real thing. Diet root beer is excellent. Diet birch beer, not so much. And the good pal Dino Winwood would be up late working graveyard shifts, head to the 7-Eleven, go-to snacks, or this. Spicy Nacho Doritos, Kit Kat Big Cat, and a bottle of Orange Perrier. Again, a perfect order. You got the sweet of the chocolate. You also have the added element of spice with the Doritos. Did you ever Dino, please follow up with this. Did you ever do a bite together? Did you get the chocolate and the spice? Chocolate and chili can be a very interesting taste sensation. I need to follow up on this, please. I also need to locate some orange Perrier. Part of me worries that the bubbles might trick me into thinking it should be more of a like artificially sweet orange flavor. So I'm curious about the balance of like a fresh orange beverage. Again, follow-up needs to happen. The fabulous Katrina Storm said, Oreos or Rice Krispies treats? Again, both great options. You know, we talk about the variations and the variety of Oreo flavors, but Rice Krispies are also doing a pretty bang-up job. We've seen strawberry Rice Krispies treats. I've seen cookies and cream Rice Krispies treats. I've seen rainbow Rice Krispies treats with M&Ms in them. Okay, we see you, Rice Krispies treats. We see you. Which the light bulb just went off. I asked Katrina about taking a bite of both, like kind of combining the two flavors together. And I recently purchased cookies and cream Rice Krispies treats. It's exactly that. So I will be doing a follow-up, probably on a snack find, just to let you know about my findings. LMK just wrote hot chip. I don't know if that means like one chip challenge hot chip, which I did a few years ago, and I just don't feel like I've ever been the same since. I'm gonna try and do some research and see if I can find that video, because it was myself and Kylie Ray and Josh Shibata, and I think it was through SoCal Uncensored, so I will try to find that. It was misery. It was pure misery. I thought I was gonna lose my life that night. I really did. So moving right along, because that is. But LMK, please let me know. Was it just any hot chip variety, or was it like the hot chip? Please. Johnny Robbie grabs Ben & Jerry's ice cream and some hot Cheetos and throws some lemon and tapatio on that. Yes. Yes. Tapatio is always the answer. I was a big fan of like sourdough pretzels, like either usually the nuggets, or if it is like the actual pretzel bow shapes, get some tapatio on that. Salt and vinegar chips, usually the kettle variety, throw some tapatio on that. There's just so much you can do with tapatio. So, Johnny Robbie, I appreciate you. Plus, if you have the spicy situation and then you have ice cream in your system as well, they basically cancel each other out. You're good. Daniel Parker from Parker Kane Promotions, definitely ice cream cake. Heck yeah, especially ice cream cake where it's like the little granules, like the chocolate Krispies in between the layers of the ice cream and the cake. Heavenly, delightful. We love it. Brooke Valentine needs a gummy and a chocolate candy. Gotta cover all the bases. I'm with you because we like balance. You gotta give me, this is actually interesting because this is a balance of our sweets. Not even balancing sweet and savory, but really a focus on the sweets and making sure that we have the chocolate covered as well as the gummy covered. Are there particular chocolates or particular gummies? Very indecisive. And I appreciate that because sometimes it also depends on what mood you're entering the convenience store in. What frame of mind are you in? What do you have, as we call it in my family, what do you have a Wooly for? And that can really change the whole game. But yeah, knowing that you have your parameters of gummy and chocolate can help you streamline a little bit better. It's efficient snack browsing. Savannah Ray had weighed in with Airhead gummies. Mike from Fightful Overbooked and Love Wrestling CA. Large Slurpee, small bag of all dressed ruffles, and peanut butter cups. I love this order. I love this. So first, obviously, Slurpee, icy, whatever name you want to call it, crisp, refreshing, sweetness. You like it. All dressed ruffles, I just recently had the chance to try just this year. I think maybe like 2 or 3 months ago up at the Grind office after a show. I think Coral had brought them over. Holy wow. So many flavors, so much happening. I do see what all of the hype is about, and I'm on board. Also, as I recently discussed in the Acid Wash Memories podcast, I love a ruffle. I don't think Ruffles get nearly enough credit. They are such a great chip, such great heft, good texture, nice mouthfeel. I don't know if you want to, isn't that like what wine connoisseurs say? Mouthfeel. But also excellent for dipping. I have not dabbled into dipping all dressed chips because I feel like there's already so much flavor happening, but a Ruffle, perfect for dipping. Exquisite. Truckin' Tom is into a couple of hot dogs off the roller, Fritos, a lemon pie, and a Hershey Special Dark Chocolate Bar, also an ice cold Coke. Oh, this is excellent. There are so many incredible treats in this one order alone. And I think I had called out online how much I am a fan of citrus when it comes to dessert. So that lemon pie, right there. And then you have the fruity sweetness of the lemon pie and then the sharp sweetness of the Hershey Special Dark Chocolate. Oh, fabulous, fabulous choice. Wes Evans loves Funyuns. I personally love the texture of Funyuns. I like how airy and crispy they are. Delightful. Team Hammerfist goes to the nearest 7-Eleven, grabs a small bag of Doritos, either barbecue or ketchup. I don't know if I've ever had ketchup Doritos. But barbecue flavored anything I'm pretty much on board for. Strawberry vanilla Dr. Pepper or a Coke Slurpee if the gods allow. True, because you never know what rotation your Slurpees are going to be in. Andy's a big fan of the strawberry vanilla, strawberries and cream Dr. Pepper, so I've had that. Not my favorite, but I see where you're at. And then the wife gets a Sprite and a big bar of chocolate. Classics. You cannot go wrong. You can. Short Round at Brian Funkster is a fan of combos. I also love combos. They go for a pizza flavor every time. I have a funny way of eating combos. Sorry, I have to take a little break to explain how I eat my combos. If you're not aware of what a combo is, it's a cylinder shape and it's filled with some kind of either pizza or cheese, or I think I've seen like buffalo flavor with a blue cheese. Like there's so many varieties. So it's a cylinder. I would turn the cylinder on its side and bite into the side of it. So I basically have a half cylinder. This is weird, but I'm gonna just share the weird ways that I like to eat stuff. I would usually always do, it's like a cracker outside and then a cheese inside, like the cheese is the filling. And I would stick the cheese up on my top teeth and just for fun, just for my own entertainment. And I think that's so embarrassing. It's so weird, whatever. But I think that's one of the things that I loved about eating combos is because to me, I got to play with my food as well as enjoy a tasty treat. And we're just going to keep moving right along so that no one can make fun of my weird eating habits. At Tiresias loves Munchos, Funny Bones, and Gummy Sharks. I like the way that this is described. They said you get the salty, then chocolate/peanut butter, and fruity depending on the mood. Because yes, all of these choices can be so impacted by mood. So having salty, sweet, and then a different kind of sweet, you got all your bases covered. You got multiple textures covered as well. Munchos, notably very airy. Funny Bones, cakey. Gummy Sharks, gummy. It's perfect. It's exquisite. Fabulous. At OG_eater, forever go to sourdough pretzels. Or, if I'm feeling down, something sweeter like Sour Patch Kids. I hope that you aren't feeling down, but what a great way to pick yourself up. Just a sweet, sharp, sour kind of flavor. At first they're sour, then they're sweet. We love a good Sour Patch Kid. And also, sourdough pretzels, whether I'm personally a fan of the little nuggies, or I actually just love a big, giant, like Bavarian pretzel. I know that's not like really what people think of when they think of a sourdough pretzel, but give me soft pretzels all day long. I am a Philadelphia native. I just have a thing for soft pretzels. It's incredible. Now we also had some friends from Instagram that had to weigh in. My sister-in-law, Leanne, hot Cheetos and a Coke. Can't go wrong. I gotta say, if it came down to it, I would pick a hot Cheeto over a regular Cheeto. I find that the taste is just so much more enjoyable. Plus, I like foods that kind of like push me out of my comfort zone. Like, oh, am I actually enjoying this anymore? I like that. It's a challenge. It's like Takis. Takis, it can become too much. And frankly, I like that. I like to feel edgy and daring, because surely eating adventurous foods is kind of as far as I go when it comes to wild adventures. So, GPW Productions are fans of fish food, Ben & Jerry's. Delightful. I'm a big Ben & Jerry's fan myself. I can't say the last time I dabbled in the fish food variety. I feel like I have to brush back up on that, because it's been some time. If I had to pick a Ben & Jerry's flavor, I would probably go for, Cherry Garcia, I think is just a classic, but they did a bunch of like non-dairy variety ones, and they had one that was Oreo and peanut butter. Oh, it was divine. It was like sent from the heavens. So that was definitely a top pick for me. I'm running low on the cereal, so I was trying to preserve it, and then I forgot all about it. And now it's very squishy. Got a little too excited. Mike Skyros says pizza, breakfast sandwiches, wraps, ice cream, donuts. This is a lot to unpack here, Mike. There are so many elements that you've covered. You've got breakfast, lunch, dinner, and dessert here. That being said, I appreciate that so much, because truly, when it is a late night craving, you don't know what you're going to be into until you actually like get in there and kind of feel it out. And even then, sometimes you don't even know until you get home. And then you've indulged in one flavor and you're like, that wasn't quite it. So then you need some pizza. But then you have the pizza and you're like, that didn't quite scratch the itch. So then you're going to want a breakfast sandwich. You see where I'm going with this? It's like you're going to have a lingering taste left in your mouth. So you want to make sure that it's a good one. I like how ahead of the game you are, Mike. It's good. It's good. You're utilizing all your resources. That's excellent. At Ultra HD1 says Sun Chips Garden Salsa. I like that. It's a great flavor. And Sun Chips, I feel like, are very underrated. I'm actually very bummed out we didn't talk about them more on the Acid Wash Memories podcast episode. Because I don't know if they're Mount Rushmore level, but they're definitely great. They're definitely a great chip with a really interesting flavor and texture. But I'm sorry, I digress. Ultra HD1 also said gummy sour worms and an Arizona Arnold Palmer. You got me on everything. I am a big Arnold Palmer fan. Love Arizona iced tea. I cannot abide by gummy worms. I don't do worms. I don't do anything that resemble. That's not true. I love noodle bowls, but I can't do worms. Worms freak me out. I have a very irrational fear of them. I'm gonna put them on screen right over there. I don't want to look. Just to give them their moment. Are they gone? Okay, good. Can't do worms. But everything else sounds great. Madre says York peppermint patties. But I feel like something is askew, and that might have been my dad's answer. Because my dad and I both love York peppermint patties, but we always refer to them as Junior Mints. At this point, I don't know if it's just like a running gag between us, but we'll say Junior Mints, and we'll mean York peppermint patties. I think Junior Mints are still Junior Mints. We don't call them York peppermint patties, but York peppermint patties can also be Junior Mints. I don't know where this happened along the line of our lives, but I wonder if that might have actually been my dad's choice. Either way. At Marmalade, Twix and some Cheetos, the chocolate cheese combo hits the best late at night. This is what I'm talking about. Let's get playful. Let's explore some taste sensations. It's all going to the same place. Have fun with it. Thank you, at Marmalade. Phil McManus, the voice of the faithful, the voice of the Blitzkrieg Pro faithful as well, says TGI Fridays cheddar bacon potato chips. From what I recall, I've definitely seen these in store. I've never dabbled myself, but they're almost like a loaded potato skin in chip form. It makes me think of an all-dressed potato chip because I feel like there's just so many tastes and flavors that are happening in one crisp. I like that. Streamline it. It's efficient. It gives me multiple flavors in one little crisp. We love. And of course, the dear pal Mike Wexler says Special K protein cereal. I love that you chose cereal as your late night snack. And Special K protein cereal, I feel like it's such a healthy option. Good on you, Mike. And now, my friends, the time we've all been waiting for. Bottoms up. That was a very sweet cherry flavored milk situation. I didn't hate it, and in hindsight, with the oat milk, it almost made it like a creamy cherry flavor. Wasn't bad. Wasn't bad at all. I'm into it. So my friends, thank you so much for joining me as we talked about late night snack cravings, your go-to convenience store choices. This was a lot of fun. And so you know my go-to, I would say, I'm definitely one of those people where it depends on what kind of mood I'm in as to what I'm going to get. Without fail, though, I will usually grab caramellos. I absolutely love chocolate caramel. And I like them too because I feel like the chocolate just tastes richer and creamier. And the caramel, if you get them home intact, last time I literally was like scraping caramel with my teeth off of the packaging, like an animal. It was still delicious though. And I feel like it's almost like that airy, hollow chocolate, and then you get to the sweet caramely center. So yes, caramellos are definitely on there. If I go to Wawa, I'm usually going to grab an iced tea, usually a half and half, like an Arnold Palmer situation. And sometimes I'll just get French fries. Like I just love a good French fry, but I gotta dip it in barbecue sauce. It just seals in the entire taste sensation for me. So I think that would be like my top convenience store grabs that I got to get for late night snacking. By this time, Wrestling Open has already happened because this episode is going to come out on Saturday, but you can watch it back on IWTV. Wrestling Open goes down every Thursday at 8 o'clock. So be sure to check that out. Over on IWTV. You can stream it live, and you can also catch the replays on IWTV as well. And then last night would have been Pro Wrestling Grind up in Easthampton, Massachusetts, and by now we have crowned the second ever Grind Grand Champion. Super, super exciting. You can actually check it out right here. Johnny Torres and I did a rundown of the cards, so be sure to check it out. And that should hopefully be on IWTV to watch back. It is not live, so that should be coming out hopefully in the next week or so that you can watch back all the action and relive all the fun, the history being made, and just an awesome overall show. And then tonight, up in Yarmouth, Maine, is Limitless CrunchTime. I'll be heading up there with the crew and just ready to enjoy some incredible matches, and it is going to be a very, very fun weekend. I know Andy is also doing a show for BST in Connecticut on Sunday, so we will be hitting that on our way back home to Philadelphia. So it is a wild, jam-packed wrestling weekend. We wouldn't have it any other way, truly. So it's been a while since we've had a loop like this, and just very much looking forward to it. Very excited to call some awesome matches and just enjoy. Yeah. And next week is going to be Capital Championship Wrestling's anniversary show, Blood in the Sand. Huge thank you to Kyle and Wes Evitz for sponsoring me for that event. I'm super, super excited to be on the call again for CCW, to be returning to the world famous Monster Factory. So get your tickets now if you're in the New Jersey area, or if you want to make the trip and come and see it for yourself. It's going to be a really, really exciting time. That is going to be next weekend on the 5th of August. So what else we got? Over on Social media, you can find my snack finds, you can find quick questions. I'm sure I have collected lots of quick question responses over the course of this weekend at the different shows that I'll be at. And keep an eye out for upcoming snack finds. I started a partnership with Rivals. The future of snacking is here, and Rivals is leading the charge. Super healthy, lots of plant-based protein, great for on-the-go snacking, vegan-friendly, gluten-free. Check it out over on their website, and you can use my promo code AYY_Marino to get 15% off, so you can try it for yourself, my friends. And let me know what you think. And keep an eye out on social media, because I'm going to be doing my snack finds, because we got to review these flavors like late night pizza, extra cheddar mac, and spicy street taco. Come on. But thank you so much, my friends, for tuning in for this episode of Let's Get Cereal. Sorry, we're kind of all over the place. The icy cereal was delightful. It was a great way to get us through the episode with such a quintessential convenience store treat. Fantastic. But thank you again for tuning in, for enjoying this breakfast with me, and take care. Be well. And until next time, my friends, continue to do your best to be your best. And I will see you later.